know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. They put me in. I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done. I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy. I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. More than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Being chased out left. They shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Martin. Flushed out right. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Slot man moves right. Back to throw. Martin.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
To throw is Martin on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Third. 31 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Bengals.
Gun. Cut. Ready.
It's serious right here. We got to step up. Shit.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 44, Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. We're scoreless after 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. 19, 18.
He's checking.
Looking to throw. Martin. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Martin. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Martin. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Hey, 96 is coming. We're going to Mike 96.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Burrow on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Martin. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Martin to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Martin now on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's Martin throwing on first down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
36 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now Martin looking to throw on second down. And some space here. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Off the play fake. Martin on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Burrow. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Burrow's throw here taken in by Knox.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player.
There he goes, left side, the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
To throw is Martin on first down. And he's got it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Steelers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they will fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.